Guys, me show. Um, I want to tell a quick story and then make a small announcement at the end. It's gonna be fast. It's fast. It's gonna probably be like 5 minutes. Anyway, the real story is why I don't play racing games. Uh, I've never been good at racing games, like at all. Um, to the point where I think the first racing game I ever played, I think, was either Mario Kart or Gran Turismo for the PlayStation 2. Mario Kart, I think, for the N64, I believe. Don't quote me. Uh, Now, the reason why I don't play sports games is because I could never really adapt. The way I play sports games, and I mean, not sports games, sorry, racing games, was essentially when I uh, how I would happen is I would end up going over like I was doing fine like on straightaways where the straight road is straight, but if there were like curves and stuff, yeah, I was done. Whenever I play, I always crash in the walls, right? So I always go like right wall, bounce off the left wall, back to the right wall. So it's since I'm crashing like a zigzag, like something like this, like race in a racing game. It was very frustrating to the point where I decided I won't play racing games. Um, Now, right? So I didn't. So I started playing racing games for like a couple of months until I had until one day one of my friends came over and he saw I had Gran Turismo and he wanted to play it. I'm like, okay, sure, okay, I'll play it. And it surprised me because he was playing really well to the point where he wasn't crashing the walls like I was, right? So I was like, wow, wow. It's like so after watching him play for a while and he's doing really well, right? So after he was done playing, I just went aside and was like, hey, buddy, I just want to know, hey, how do you play those race games without crashing in the walls, right? Right during the turns, right? Because like turns because I explained to him like when I played those racing games, I always end up crashing into the walls. And he looked at it, and then then after I explained the situation to him, he's like, "Oh, you're supposed to brake. You're supposed to brake when you turn, so that so that doesn't happen, right?" And that really surprised me because at the time, um, now keep in mind I was a kid, so I was like I don't know anywhere from 15 to 18 years old, right? So so to me, how I registered racing games was right was go fast. You know Sonic? Like, you know how Sonic was go fast? Yeah, that was my concept. Like, bro, I was like, brake? Why would you activate the brake? You're trying to move. The point is to go fast, right? You're supposed to beat the other cars, first place. You got to be faster than them, right? So to me, that really shook me by surprise. Like, brake? No, you don't brake. You're not supposed to brake. If you brake, how do you outbeat the other racers, right? You lose speed. You need speed to win the race, right? That's how I thought about it at first. First, and once I learned, once they told me that, I'm like, let's try it, right? Like, because I couldn't believe him at first, right? I'm like, no, it's a race, right? You got to finish first. You got to beat the other cars. You got to be faster than the other cars, right? You got to build up speed. You got to build up momentum. You can't break. You're not supposed to break. You can't break. That's impossible, right? That's what I thought at the time. Like I said, I was like 15 or 16 ish at the time. Um, right? It's like, oh no, that's impossible. Like, like you're not supposed to, you can't stop, right? You can't break, you can't stop. Um, so eventually he went home like I'm like laughing to him, like break, nah, you can't break. That's not no way. He's just trolling, right? So I'm a pretty naive person. Okay, so I'm like, well, he's my friend. He won't. My friend won't lie to me, right? Right. So I tried it. And I was like, you know what? I'll give my friend a benefit of the doubt. You know, I don't think he would lie to me about this. So I tried it, and though I never came first, I did kind of improve. Not enough to where I would actually want to play a racing game. Not enough to not like I improved my driving, my racing games. I improved, but not to the point where I would enjoy racing games in general. So I'm like, yeah, I can sort of, I can sort of play them now, but I'm like, nah, nah. Now being bad at the racing games at first. Now there is some good things about not about racing games about being sucking at racing games. I learned very early that I should never get a driver's license ever. Ever, 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 ever. Right? And matter of fact, when I when I gave up video games, that's the first thing that came to my mind. Like I should never, ever get a driver's license. I should never drive a car. I'm doing the world a favor if I don't drive. I honestly thought that. I honestly thought like, you know what, I think I'll be doing the world a little bit of a favor if I don't drive. And so yeah, so I you know, so I'm like, yeah. So it went from me hating racing games to, you know, after learning about braking and stuff like that, and you know, speeding up and braking, all that stuff. But like I said, but it took me a while. Right? I tried it. I, I I know it did improve, but it took me a long time. Like it was so hard for me to accept that you have to brake. Well, you have to brake a little on the turns. That really hurt me mentally because I was like, you know, go fast, you know. But you know, that's why. Uh, so that's why even though I got better, I don't really like playing racing games. I really don't. Um, yeah. So I think that's about it. It's about 7 minutes. Okay, that's about it. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Oh wait, sorry. There was an announcement. For those who are wondering why I haven't released videos for a while, it's because my mic was broke. I'm trying to find a new one to replace the old one. I tried to buy one today, but it's not recording sound well. So I got to go back and return it and try to find a better one. Anyway, yeah. So until I don't know because there are not many like electronic stores in my area, so I may have to walk or something to buy it. You know, search them out or something. So it could be weeks or or something. So I might release these small, you know, videos, you know, for a while, for a small while, for I don't know. I'm hoping for a little while, but you know, they're going to be short because, like I said, I don't. As you know what? No, I'll explain it in another video. Maybe I can or something. I don't know. But anyway, the point is that they're going to be short. Okay. Some it might be long, like unless I expansion or something. If I need to explain something or a theory or something, then yeah, then maybe those might be a little long. But these live videos are going to be pretty short. Anyway. Oh. Anyway. See you. Anyway. So I hope you guys fun, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.